There's a lot going on as far as preparing for the convention. The Florida Democratic Party, or the FDP, has been very good about sending us periodic emails and updates as far as how the Florida Democratic Party is coordinating with the Democratic National Campaign, or excuse me, the Democratic National Convention Committee. And it's to make sure that all the delegates know where they're going, how they're going to get there, and what to expect once we do get to Denver. I've also been very impressed with the coordination going on within the Obama campaign. They're also holding regular conference calls for the delegates to answer any questions we have, take care of any of our concerns. Even when people do, on these conference calls, when some of the delegates will ask questions that really pertain to something within the Florida Democratic Party's end of coordinating things, the Obama campaign people are wonderful about saying, we'll take care of this, we'll get back to you, we're going to answer your questions, that kind of thing. So I've been very impressed and at ease that all these details are being tended to, and all the delegates have plenty of opportunity to ask questions and to make sure that any particulars that have to do with them, whether they're, for example, if they're disabled and they need any kind of special accommodations in travel, or once they get to the convention, these kind of things are being attended to. Another kind of neat thing that's been happening over the last few weeks is that by email as well as snail mail, all the delegates are getting invitations and announcements for different things that are going on. Basically, the convention day, once the convention starts and all the delegates are there, in the morning we have a delegate breakfast. And that's where you get your credentials, which means that's where you get your passes so that you can go into the convention center. After the delegation breakfast are caucus meetings, and the Democratic Party has almost a dozen different caucuses. The caucuses are everything from the African American caucus. I've got to put my glasses on to read this list. We have the Asian Pacific Islanders, the Hispanic caucus, Native American, GLBT, we have a seniors caucus, we have a youth caucus. There's also rural caucus, a women's caucus, the faith caucus, and that probably surprises some people, the disability caucus, and veterans and military families. Now, you don't have to be a member of these caucuses to attend these meetings. They are open to any delegate who wants to attend. I haven't decided yet which ones I'm going to go to. Fortunately, some are repeated because there are days where I want to go to some other event or thing that's going on in Denver having to do with the convention, and it conflicts with a particular caucus meeting. Unfortunately, that particular caucus might be offered on another day while we're up there. Some of the fun things that are going to be offered as far as events, sometimes they're luncheons, sometimes they're evening events, because the actual convention business is going to take place between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. Now, again, this is Denver time. So between 4 and 9 p.m., that's the convention business. And again, that's what's going to be shown live and uncut and unfiltered on C-SPAN. So I hope you'll tune into that if you really want to see what's going on. As much as I do watch mainstream media, I do prefer C-SPAN to get the unedited and unfiltered version of what goes on. Anyway, an example of some of the things going on. For example, here is the Women's Equality. This is an event that's going to go on. Some of these are ticketed events, but most of them are open and free. We have one.org, and to be honest with you, I have not even opened this to look at it. It's the kind of thing I'm going to leave for my reading material while I'm on the plane. Oh, this sounds like a lot of fun. Rock to Win. This is a concert that's going to be held. It's for the GLBT group is who's sponsoring this. They've got Melissa Etheridge, Cyndi Lauper. This sounds like a lot of fun. This is a ticketed event. It's a little bit steep. I haven't decided if I'm going to that yet or not. The Hispanic Institute is also offering an event that I think I might be going to. And each day when I do go to these things, when I blog about that, when I do my video blog, I'll give a report of who's putting it on, what kind of things they talk about, and whether it's just a social event or maybe they're actually talking about issues and policy and what kind of things the Democratic Party, what kind of involvement the Democratic Party will have with these different groups. But anyway, so you can see there's going to be a lot going on. In the morning we have our credentials breakfast, and then in the morning are caucus meetings. In the middle of the day there's going to be open time to attend some of these events, some other events that are going on. On Wednesday of next week of the convention is the Delegates Service Day, and I did sign up to do that. So on Wednesday, Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening, I'll be blogging about that. Anyways, just to give you an idea that it's more than just showing up at the convention center and making a lot of noise and wearing a lot of red, white, and blue and Obama buttons and t-shirts and things like that. There's actually a lot of business going on, a lot of networking going on. So it's going to prove to be very, very exciting. There's going to be a lot for me to blog about. So please stay tuned, and I promise to give you my insider's look on what goes on and who do I see and who do I meet and what kind of experiences I have.